Hi everyone and welcome back to my reactions. Today we are checking out Strangers on a Train, the 1951 Alfred Hitchcock movie. I was going to watch Spellbound today. Spellbound was the movie I was supposed to be watching. However, I couldn't find it anywhere. It wasn't on YouTube Movies, it wasn't on Prime Video, it wasn't on Netflix, it wasn't on Hulu, it wasn't on Disney Plus, it wasn't on Crave. It was literally nowhere on the internet. So I decided to watch Strangers on a Train instead, which I thought was a good choice because I've heard a lot of good things about this film. I don't know anything about it. I'm assuming it's going to be like a murder mystery type deal, sort of like, I don't know, like the Orient Express or whatever that movie is by Agatha Christie, and I'm expecting it to take place on a train. That's my general knowledge of the movie. I don't even know what the genre is. I'm just guessing it's going to be a murder mystery. I'm assuming it's going to take place on a train. I'm assuming there's going to be a bunch of strangers who are very paranoid of each other, and there's going to be a bunch of very strange personalities on this train. And I'm just really excited because I love close quarter drama and close quarter suspension and close quarter thrillers. I don't know, I love movies that take place in kind of one environment. I'm thinking 12 Angry Men, I'm thinking 12 Angry Men, I'm thinking Rope, I'm thinking Rear Window. You know, I love movies that take place in one environment. I think that they are super creative, they are super well done, and if they are done correctly, because they can be very bad, but if they're done correctly, they can be amazing. Before we get into this movie though, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and then we can decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice. Okay, so the lighting today, I think this movie is in black and white. So I'm gonna make the lighting blue to kind of symbolize the night, to symbolize the beautiful night sky, even though the blue is the daytime. There's no like black light, you know, there's no night light. So I'm going blue because the poster is very blue. However, I think this movie is in black and white. I'm not sure if there's a color version. I'm not sure. I'm watching this on YouTube Movies, and I'm not sure which version of the movie YouTube has. So we are going to take a look at this for the first time together. If it is not black and white, then we have the blue light. If it is black and white, then we are going to be doing a fun little thing with the visuals on the screen. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my TV shows and movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose. The next Patreon movie that's coming out is The Faculty. That will be out like 2 weeks before this movie. So by the time this movie's out, there'll be The Faculty will be out, and then another one will be on its way. But yeah, I'm really excited to share The Faculty, and if you'd like to check that out, you can head over to my Patreon right now. And yeah, thank you so much if you check it out. Let's get back to the video. Okay, let's drive our trains boom boom right into this movie. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Strangers on a Train. I'm very excited for this movie. Those are nice shoes. Those are very nice shoes. Those are not as nice shoes. I wonder if the shoes will be important later. The focus on the shoes. Maybe it's just to show the difference in the characters, or maybe the shoes will be important later. Oh, they're sitting right next to each other. Oh, their toes touched. They're in love.
Pardon. Aren't you Guy Haynes?
It's the guy for Rope. It's the guy for Rope.
Not now, thanks. I don't smoke much. Me, I smoke too much. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
I smoke too much. I don't know why that line is so good.
When his wife gets her divorce. Perhaps you read too much. Oh,
Bruno is a strange man.
Someday I'd like to tell you about it, but right now I suppose that divorce is, well, the simplest operation.
I like Bruno. He's weird, but I like him.
Drink up, and we'll have lunch sent to my compartment.
What's gonna happen?
Thanks very much.
I keep thinking someone's gonna die, but that might not happen.
Here's to the next Mrs. Haynes.
This guy knows too much. This guy knows way too much.
I want to kill him.
I don't think you know what you...
Well, I want to do something.
He said the magic K word.
Want to hear one of my ideas for a perfect murder?
Oh my god. He's like, not again. I've already been through this.
Now, let's say that you'd like to get rid of your wife.
It's a morbid thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Each one has somebody that he'd like to get rid of.
They murdered the other person?
They swap murder.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Well, sure, Bruno. We talk the same language. Thanks for the lunch.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Bruno, your language
I
is
thought the lamb
literally
chops were a little overdone.
insane, crazy, man. He left his lighter. Okay, now if there's a murder, you're gonna suspect Bruno instantly. But I don't know. They're really heavily setting up that Bruno's gonna win it. Hey, it's Hitchcock with the giant cello or something like that. Giant cello. That's what I'm gonna call that instrument now.
What time do we meet your lawyer?
What's your hurry?
I love. You can tell.
That's funny.
You can tell that they sort of hate each other through their dialogue alone.
You know, I think you're handsomer than ever.
Let's see your lawyer and get this over with.
Wouldn't have run out on you.
What are you trying to say, Miriam?
I'm not getting a divorce.
Oh snap! Yeah, you could tell that was coming.
Go to all of those dinners and swanky parties.
What do you mean?
I can't tell. I can't tell if she likes Guy
You always smile when you have.
or if she just wants the money. I think she just wants the money.
Make a pretty story. The senator's daughter involved with a married man.
She's so manipulative. Is he gonna kill her? No, he doesn't.
Keep your voice down.
Or is the other guy gonna kill her? Maybe.
I'm coming to Washington to have my baby. Tell it to the Senate. Please.
Anne?
I think she just wants the money. I don't think she likes Guy anymore. That's the thing. I think she just wants the money because if she's been wanting a divorce for so long and then she said the money thing.
But you sound so savage, Guy.
Sure, I sound savage. I feel savage. I'd like to break her neck.
Her neck.
To break her foul, useless little neck.
And now the train's going by. Memory's been jogged of the conversation he had earlier.
Well, I do hope you've forgotten all about that silly...
This guy is so childish.
Bruno, I do wish you'd take up painting. Such a soothing pastime.
I bet Bruno would be a bad painter too, but he'd paint trash.
Bruno, come here. I want to talk to you and your mother.
Sorry, Father. Long distance.
I think that plan is gonna come into action. I don't think this movie is really gonna be taking place on a train. I think the title is very literal. Two strangers met on a train. I don't think it's gonna be all on the train.
I'll get it, Tom. Go ahead. Okay.
It's Miriam, right? Get out of here, Miriam. Go home. I love black and white films. Like, that's such a beautiful shot. Just the blacks and the whites and the way that they work together is just so beautiful and so charming. He's not very good at being unnoticed, is he? Is he trying to be noticed? Or is he just bad? Oh, oh my god. You did not have to do that. You did not have to do that, Bruno.
1700. You did not win the Cupid doll that time. Will you try
Does it
it
look
again,
like
sir?
he's behind her? Oh, the reveal is so good. The hands, again, the perfect hands, the strangling hands. So like it looks like he's trying to be seen by her. And maybe he wants to just get her alone with him, right? And then off with her head. I mean, that's a good killing location if she can get off the boat. Oh my god, that shot is so good. His shadow bigger than theirs too. Oh, dude, that was so good. That was such a good shot. Oh, that's such a good shot on the sunglasses. How creative is that? That's so cool. She really didn't struggle at all, though, did she? She's like, okay, I'm gonna accept my fate. I have mortgages that I don't want to pay. I'm accepting my fate. Hide in all the chaos. Hide in all the chaos. That guy noticed something, though. That guy noticed something, though. Why is he walking away? There's never a perfect murder. There's always something that goes wrong. Okay, I thought that... Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, checking his watch confirms that he asked him to do that.
And the differential is obtained. You understand?
Yes, I
Nope.
understand.
Literally do not understand a single word you just said. It almost feels like Bruno intentionally went to go see Guy. Oh, I love it. Dude, the shots, the cinematography in this movie is really good. The use of lighting, shadows, beautiful.
All over in no time.
Wait, Guy didn't know about it. Guy didn't know about it. What?
Yak.
But Guy, you wanted it. We planned it on the train together, remember?
No, you didn't. Oh my god, the phone call. See, I thought he disconnected and didn't say anything. But then when they both looked at the cut made it look like they were both in on it. So this became a twist. Oh my god. The editing.
I had nothing to do with this. The police will believe me.
No, they won't, Guy.
Someone has some news for you, Guy.
Oh, I love Bruno. He's such a fun character, but I hate him. But he doesn't really have an alibi now. He's not home, you know? And if Guy, or if Bruno could get from the murder to here in this time, then theoretically Guy could as well.
Tomorrow. I don't know you. I never saw you before. I never want to see you again. But we have...
You have to answer the phone. You have to answer the phone. Shouldn't, yeah, Anne be happy about this? Anne's like, yes, let's go! I would have killed her if I had the chance.
Something dreadful's happened, Guy.
Sit down, Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara. Punk.
Miriam murdered.
She was strangled.
That close-up. The close-up, I don't know why, what made that close-up so good, but it was.
What to worry about?
If he hasn't an alibi for 9:30 tonight, he has plenty to worry about.
Yeah.
Tell them where you were. Sherry.
Yeah, where was he? Where was he? I want to know.
At your front door in the morning.
Oh, Daddy doesn't mind a little scandal. He's a senator.
He's a senator.
But as though anyone can say you had anything to do with it.
He didn't actually have anything to do with
might
it,
say it.
but also he did. It's so weird.
As a human being, let me remind you that even the most unworthy of us has a right to life and the pursuit of happiness.
I like this guy.
That I could strip.
Don't even say it. Forget you ever said.
That's why the close-up happened. I forgot about that conversation.
I couldn't stand that. I couldn't bear it.
That's why. Oh my god. I forgot that they had that conversation over the phone. So when she said strangle, it was a close-up because one, it was a serious line, but two, it's because she had doubt or she had some sort of belief that he might have done it. Oh.
Would you come in, please?
Do you think he even remembers him?
I'm terribly sorry, but I really don't remember meeting this gentleman.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, I remember very little of our trip from New York. You see,
He was very drunk.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Haynes. I certainly must have been celebrating.
Okay, but the speech. How would he know about the speech?
They sometimes throw a suspect in the can and leave him there all night.
Sit down, guys, sit down.
Barbara is actually on something in this movie.
Police were just being thorough. Weren't they, Daddy?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, or else we got a murderer in our room.
Very nice fellow.
I'll have him called off immediately.
Obstructing the wheels of justice, Daddy?
Yeah, don't do that.
You've got to go on acting as though nothing had happened.
Escorted by Mr. Hennessy.
I feel like you could cancel your plans, though, you know?
Call for you, Mr.
Your wife just died. Some grieving is in order, probably. He never planned it with you, Bruno. He never planned anything with you. Stop it. Go home. I mean, I guess you're already home, but stay home.
Excuse me.
Why are you calling him by his name? Bruno, you're not helping yourself. And you're not helping Guy.
Didn't you get my note? Why haven't you called me?
She has good vision.
Slight improvement over Miriam. Okay. Stay away from me.
Bruno can literally get out of existence. Leave the universe.
Shame, Daddy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is he gonna go through with it? I feel like he is. I feel like he has to. I feel like Bruno's just making it too hard for him not to at this point. This actor always plays a character who gets roped, get it? Roped into... Whoa, I just realized that in rope, the title also means roped into the situation. One of the characters was literally roped into the situation. Whoa! Even now, I'm figuring stuff out about Hitchcock movies that I've seen like a month and a half ago. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
This is Mr. Anthony, a friend of Monsieur and Madame Darville. Guy Haynes.
Oh.
I've been a fan of yours for a long time, Mr. Haynes.
Bruno can literally deconstruct his own atoms for me, please. Anne is onto something. Anne is big braining onto something.
Hope you aren't forgetting our little party on Thursday, madame.
We're planning on it.
But of course.
Bruno, what is it?
Barbara, this...
She kind of looks like Miriam. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Flashback. He looks uncomfortable. He looks very uncomfortable. And literally is galaxy brain, best eyesight, best observations in the world. She could be a detective.
On the planet Mars. I'd like to have lunch with you someday soon, sir.
There are no flowers on Mars. Sorry
I'll see you later.
Sorry to break your dreams there, Bruno.
Quite impersonal, isn't it?
So it is. Besides, it doesn't happen every day.
It kind of has to be impersonal if you're sentencing someone to death. If it's not impersonal, then it's almost murder at that point.
Well, no.
Or it is murder in some people's eyes.
Now, you're going to do a murder. How are you going to do it? That's the fast
Why is he telling everyone this?
place. Blood everywhere.
How about a little poison?
Oh, that's better.
Mrs. Cunningham is just smiling about this. She's like, yeah, poison. Yeah, gun.
Then have to walk all the way home. Oh, no, no, no. I have the best way and the best tools.
The hands.
Let me show you what I mean. You don't mind if I borrow your neck for a moment, do you?
Oh.
Borrow your neck?
Long.
I would never let this man touch my neck. I would never let any random person pretend to strangle me. What the heck is wrong with this lady? Oh no! He's actually gonna be starting to strangle her at this point. I love this Barbara looking like Miriam sort of thing. I really enjoy it. Put Bruno in prison.
I don't know. He seemed to have fainted.
What was the matter with the lady? She was just frightened. I think we were playing a game.
She was just frightened. She was getting strangled. And Barbara knows it.
But Guy, I like you.
Guy doesn't like you.
He looked at me. His hands were on her throat. And he was strangling me.
Yeah, it was like he was strangling Barbara.
Why me, Anne? Why me?
The glasses.
What did I have to do with it?
Yeah, Anne knows now.
Well, his hands were around Mrs. Cunningham's throat. What did Miriam look like?
Oh, Anne's never seen Miriam?
I get him to do it.
He killed Miriam, didn't he?
Anne is the detective of the century.
What do you mean? You're a murder guy.
He read about me in the papers. He knew about Miriam, about you.
He suggested that if he...
Yeah, it was it. I was right. It felt like it was intentional that he went on the train with Guy at that exact time.
Guy, what are we gonna
do? She believes him though. Oh my god, it's so well thought out by Bruno though. You know, like Guy's dead no matter what. I hope he doesn't do the murder though, the second murder. The whole movie is kind of leading up to it though, you know?
How about tonight? Yes, I want to get this thing over with. Does anyone know you've come home?
Don't do it! Don't do it, Guy! Is he actually gonna go with it? No, he doesn't. Does he? I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know if he's gonna kill him or not. That's the thing. Oh god, they have a dog! Bruno very much neglecting to say that. Is he actually going through with it? Oh, oh my, it doesn't feel like it's not gonna be that simple, is it?
Don't be alarmed, but I must talk to you about your son. About Bruno, Mr. Anthony.
Oh, shoot Bruno right now. Just shoot him.
Use it to make a little social call on your father. I thought he'd be interested to know he has a lunatic son.
Bruno is really risking it though. What if he just died? What if what if Guy meant it and just shot him?
Know this.
Don't give him. No, keep the gun.
Look, Bruno.
Keep the gun.
I don't like to be double-crossed.
Now Bruno has the gun. I'm just like waiting for the bullet sound. I'm just waiting for the gun sound effect. Don't do it. Oh, my hands are sweaty. Don't pull the trigger.
I'm a very clever fellow. I'll think of something better than that. Much better.
That means Bruno's on your toes. You just gotta leave the country. You gotta leave the world. Go live on Mars and smell the flowers on Mars.
Miss Morton.
No!
I know Bruno's been...
No! Anne is at the house. This is Bruno's house.
Not Mrs. Anthony, but there you are. Well, now, Miss Morton is very...
I hate this lady.
Oh, Miss Morton?
Oh, shut up, Bruno.
I've been protecting him ever since that conversation on the train when he told me how much he hated his wife.
Shut up, Bruno. Literally, go away.
He dropped it there, you know, that night. You see, all the police are waiting.
That's actually so believable, too. That's actually so believable, because why would Bruno have the lighter off the train? Like, why? Yeah, but they didn't find the lighter at the scene, right? I thought he was going to show her the lighter, but then what he said makes more sense. But then why did he bring that up in the first place? Because wouldn't the lighter still be at the scene then? And they didn't find the lighter at the scene. So obviously someone took it.
That lie about my wanting him to get it back means he's going to put my lighter on that island.
Guy, I wanted to help, but
Oh, he'll plant it. I'm so dumb. Of course he'll just plant the lighter.
Guy.
I still have to...
Around in a few minutes, Guy. How are you, Miss Morton?
Okay, Tim, I'll be right there.
Okay, he's got to finish up the match in 3 sets, and then he's got to go. Come on, Guy. Why does it look so slow?
On the other hand, Guy...
Tennis is so fast.
30,
Oh. You have to win, Guy. Oh. Why is this stressing me out so much? It's just a game of tennis. Oh, the intercutting now of Bruno going to the island and Guy having to play the game and then going to the island. Anyone play tennis? Anyone know if they have a good serve, good tennis posture?
Thanks.
Stop using it in public, you buffoon. Look how aggressively he's playing.
Mr. Haynes leading, 2 sets to 1.
Guy, man, you're throwing it. You're throwing it. Ha! Ha! Loser! Absolute loser!
Grim and determined, and he needs but one more game for the entire match.
Come on, guy! Knock it down. I dare you to knock it down. No! Ah! Yes! Yes! How is he fitting his whole arm down there? That hole is not big enough for an arm. Stop getting a deuce. Stop getting a deuce and just win. How did he fit his hand through there? Please tell me. How did he fit his hand through there? Is he Elastigirl or something? Go, guy. Run. Go, 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 go.
Penn Station.
I love the music too. I love all the editing and the music, and it's just so good. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, that's smart detective work right there. But someone needs to be with him when he confronts Bruno, because I'm sure that's gonna happen.
Very nice way to make money.
Well, heck, boatkeepers got to eat too, ain't they? Business fell off something terrible for a while.
That's true, that's true. Boatkeepers do gotta eat too. I feel like, look at my lid. I feel like my water bottle is just about to pop off.
Suspect bound for amusement park and taxi.
Looks like it's gotten a little darker outside. Oh man. Do you think he knows they're following him? Probably, right? It's going into the light.
It'll be a few minutes wait.
Oh my god, I love that use of lighting. Oh my god. What? Oh my god, did they shoot him or did they shoot the hat off of him? Why are you shooting at a public carousel, you stupid head?
Who killed her? Of course he is, we know that.
What a creative fight. What a creative fight. It's so cool.
Can handle it.
He's going in. He's just having the time of his life. Oh my god, this kid is just punching this random dude. Bruno said, you know what, kid? You're dead. Dude, this tracking shot, the camera in the background going fast, the horses going by is just tracking, dollying sideways. Oh my god, so cool. How fast is this carousel going? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the heck? This is insanity. Everyone is dead on that carousel. There is no way anyone is alive.
I've never seen this man before in my life. I meant the
Oh my god. The boat guy. Oh my god. Yeah. I told you the boat guy would be important. I told you the boat guy would be important. What did I say? He was the only person who noticed. He was the only person who noticed Bruno leaving the crime scene.
You have my lighter.
I haven't got it.
Oh my god, did he put it in his pocket?
I think he's going.
If he dies, you can go through his pockets.
He's finished.
There's the lighter in his hand.
Is this it? Well, you were right. Better keep this for the time being.
Can you tell me where there's a telephone?
There's one up near the entrance.
This guy is the hero.
Yes, darling, yes. Well, of course I'll be there.
What's operator when she says yes, operator? Is that like there's like has to be actual a third person connecting the lines together? Is that what the operator is?
I beg your pardon, but aren't you Guy Haynes?
He's like, not this time. Not this time. That was a really fun movie. There are actually so many Hitchcock movies. Most of these are Hitchcock movies. To Catch a Thief, Marnie, Double Indemnity, Saboteur, Stage Fright. Those are all Hitchcock movies I've never heard. I've heard of To Catch a Thief, but the other ones, I've never heard of them. That was a really fun movie. Is that even a Hitchcock movie? I don't even know if that is, but whatever. And that was my reaction to Strangers on a Train, the 1951 thriller noir starring Farley, Granger, Robert Wallace. His name is being cut off on Google right now, so let me just have a little look here. Robert Walker, Pat Hitchcock, and Ruth Roman. Wait, Pat Hitchcock, is this Hitchcock's daughter? Oh, it is! Alfred Hitchcock's daughter was Barbara. I didn't know that. I didn't even know he had a daughter. Oh, that's so good. She's a good actress too. Like sometimes directors just put their kids in movies because it's their kids, but I'm thinking like Godfather 3 here, or even like, yeah, Godfather 3 I think. But Barbara was actually really good in this movie. She was amazing, so good for her, and good for Hitchcock for having a daughter who's really good at acting. But that movie was so good. That movie was so good, and the black and white in this movie, the cinematography and the use of the shadows and the use of the lights and the darks in this movie was so good. It was so good and so satisfying, and I love, love, love black and white movies. And color is great. Color movies are great, and I would say that color movies and black and white movies are equal. But there's something about black and white movies that you don't get with color movies. It's this type of suspense. There's this type of like mystic, like mysterious, mystical element that you don't get with color that I always get with black and white. You know, I feel like whenever there's a mystery and the movie's in black and white, I feel the mystery more for some reason, and I don't know why. I think it's just if you have good lighting with black and white movies, it's just so beautiful and so suspenseful because all you have are the shadows in the movie, right? That's the only thing to contrast the lights and the darks are the shadows, and so you really have to play with shadows, and shadows are inherently mysterious. And so that's why I think black and white, for me at least, is very effective, because it's playing with an inherently mysterious subject, you know, and color movies use more so colors and color tones to create this, but black and white movies use shadows and use very effective lighting for the majority of their like mystery. And I thought this movie did an incredible job with the lighting and the score and just everything about this movie. I really, really enjoyed. Getting into the reviews of this movie really quickly, 8 out of 10 on IMDb and 98% Rotten Tomatoes. Alfred Hitchcock has a lot of 98% on Rotten Tomato movies, which is very, very impressive. I think this was kind of a start. Strangers on a Train was kind of the start of his 50s run, right? 1951, I guess. Well, obviously it's the start of the 50s, but I feel like he made a lot of really good movies in the 50s, like Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho, I guess, but that was 1960. He's made like a lot of good movies. Rear Window, I think, was in the 50s. 50s was his jam, Alfred Hitchcock, and I think these reviews are great. 8 out of 10. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, so 8 out of 10 is exactly what I gave it, and 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. The critics, I would love this movie. The critics love every Hitchcock movie, though. I've never seen a Hitchcock movie with a bad critic score. Getting into the music of this movie. The music in this movie was, oh, it was so good. It was so tense, but it was different than a lot of the Hitchcock scores that I've heard before. Like North by Northwest and Psycho were both by the same guy, I'm pretty sure, and their scores sounded very similar. You know, it had like this like jumpy feel to it, but this score, I don't really know how to pinpoint it, but it did feel different. It felt grander in a way for some reason, even though North by Northwest is a grander movie in terms of scale. It is definitely a grander movie. This score, I don't know why, but it definitely encapsulated me more. It had me on the edge of my seat a lot more, and I really, really enjoyed it so much. It was such a good score. Like, the music obviously wasn't playing quite a bit. There were a lot of times where it was just the diegetic sound of the film. I especially loved the diegetic parts where it was the train going by and you could hear the train noises and stuff, and it just made for a very coherent scene. But when the music hit, oh my gosh, it was so good. Getting into the lighting was amazing in this movie. I've already kind of talked about it in here, but the use of shadows in this movie was one of the best things I've seen in a very long time. One of my favorite shots in the movie is when Miriam is going down that like love thing on the boat, and it's the shot of their shadows on the wall, and then Bruno's shadow comes and like overwhelms the other shadows, overtakes, and like just like boom, becomes Miriam's shadow, you know? He absorbs her shadow within his shadow, and it was such a cool shot, such a cool visual, and it was also storytelling. It was like foreshadowing, because obviously you know he's there to kill her, or at least you're suspecting that he's there to kill her, to get her alone, but that shot almost proves your suspicions without saying anything, but still leaves you on the edge of your seat. You know, you're like, is he actually going to do it? But it's like such a menacing shot where you're like, oh my gosh, he's actually going to go through with that, and that shot confirms it. But it was just such a creative shot. It was so well done. The lighting in this movie was crazy. Like I said, the use of shadows, the use of like hiding people's faces or light going through metal bars and stuff was just beautiful. It was just gorgeous to look at. I also really liked the twists in this movie, and that's not to say that there were many twists. There weren't that many twists in the movie. From the get-go, the story is very linear in a way. Like, you never really know what's going to happen next, but at the same time, there's never any twist that's like, oh my gosh, like, what the heck, that was a twist. Like, I didn't see that coming, you know? It's always just like, oh, I didn't know that that event would happen, or I didn't know that event would happen, or like, what are they going to do next sort of deal. But the twist that I thought was a really good twist, and the twist that I thought, I don't even know if it was meant to be a twist, but it was a twist for me, was that Bruno killed Miriam without Guy knowing. And I think that that is supposed to be a twist because of the way that the scene was edited. Now, spare with me for a second, okay? They're on the phone together. Guy and Bruno are on the phone together. We never hear what Guy has to say. All we hear is like this silence, right? We hear Bruno listening to Guy, and then we hear the phone, bing, you know? We hear the phone end, and he puts the phone down. The next scene, the very next scene, Bruno is at the carnival, like following Miriam. Bruno kills Miriam. Bruno looks at his watch. The last scene at the carnival with Bruno, with Miriam dead on the ground, Bruno looks at his watch to check the time. The scene cuts to Guy sitting in the train looking at his watch. And I think that edit is supposed to happen. That edit is supposed to make you go, wait, did Guy actually want this to happen? It's very subtle. It's very subtle, but I think that is what the edit wants you to do. The edit wants you to second guess yourself, because at first I was like, the whole time that Bruno is at the carnival going to kill Miriam, I'm like, there's no way that Guy said this. There's just no way. Like, I feel like he just ignored Bruno and then put the phone down. Like, that was my thing the whole time. I thought Bruno was just doing this. But when that edit happened and they both look at their watches, I was like, wait a second. This feels like Guy is waiting for the time, and it feels like Bruno was waiting for the time, and like she was supposed to die around this time. So it feels almost planned by Guy and Bruno, and I think the edit was supposed to do that. And then when Bruno comes to a guy's house and they have to talk like in front of their house in that gate area, and Bruno says, oh, I killed her, and then Guy's like, what the heck, you killed her? Like, that wasn't, like, we never planned anything. It was a twist for me because of that one cut, because of the looking at the watch cut, very subtly checking the time by Guy. And I don't know if that was intentional, but for me, I thought that was an amazing piece of filmmaking. And I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if Hitchcock meant for that to happen, but if he did, it's absolutely genius. And if he didn't, it's a genius mistake. The story of this movie as well was really, really fun. I really loved how the plot developed. As I said, you never really knew what the characters were going to do next. There weren't any like giant twists besides the one that I just talked about, but it was always very interesting to see, especially with Bruno, what is Bruno going to do next? What is Bruno's next plan? Like, when Bruno's the guy in the bed, you always suspect that something is up with Bruno. So even then, when Guy is going to go and kill the dad, right, and he gets into the room, you're on your toes, like, no, something about this doesn't feel right. So even then, it's not really like a twist. It's more just like, oh my god, Bruno, of course Bruno's gonna do something, you know. But I really enjoyed the dimensions between Bruno and Guy and how they interact with each other. And I also just the story as well, it's kind of far-fetched, but at the same time, Bruno's plan works in my mind. Like the first bit of the movie, I was like, is this actually gonna work? But the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, this could actually work. And then also I loved that the boat driver came back. I loved that when Bruno was leaving the crime scene and the boat driver the boat guy is the only person to see him leave, I was like, oh my god, this guy better come back. This guy better come back. Because then I started talking about the perfect crime and how there's never a perfect crime. And then, of course, he comes back in the end, he points at Bruno instead of Guy and says, I've never seen Guy before, but I've seen Bruno before. Oh, just a genius move. And I love that he came back in the end because it felt important at the time. You forget about it, and then it happens, and you're like, oh, and you feel smart for thinking about it in the first place. This movie also felt a lot more of a bigger budget. The setting was very much a lot of different places, and I was so wrong at the start of this movie. I thought it was going to be just in one location. I was talking about how I like single location movies quite a bit, and this movie was definitely not a single location. They were on a train for probably about 10 minutes of this entire movie total, like every single character. But I loved, like, the carnival looked huge, it looked expansive, it looked expensive. The actual Ferris, like not the Ferris wheel, the carousel ride looked gorgeous when it was actually exploding and stuff. I was like, how did they do this? What is the budget? Is this a real thing or is this a model? And then they like kind of green screened it in front of the actors. I don't know. It looked great. This movie was way more expansive than I thought it was going to. Went to a bunch of different locations that I didn't think it was going to go to, and I think I liked it a lot more because I knew nothing about this movie going in, and it just kind of blew my expectations away. Getting into the cast now, I'm going to talk about Farley, Granger, Robert, Walker, Pat, Hitchcock, and Ruth Roman. Actually no, I'll do Pat Hitchcock first because she definitely had the more minor role, but as Barbara, Pat Hitchcock did a really good job as Barbara. She was so awesome. I loved the connection that Bruno had with her in terms of she looked like Miriam, and I really liked that part of the story, and especially when he was strangling that old lady, I forget her old, Mrs. Cunningham or something like that, and he's strangling her, looks at Barbara, and then Barbara is like shocked in fear because it's almost like he's strangling her. I loved that moment as much as like I hated Bruno in that moment, but I thought it was just such a good moment in the movie. I really liked her character. I thought she was super nice. She was really annoying at the start. I didn't like her too much in the first time you meet her when guys come in and he's like found out that Miriam has died and stuff. I didn't like her. I thought she was being a little bit too sassy for my liking, but she grew on me in the movie and I really enjoyed her. I thought Pat Hitchcock did an amazing job. Ruth Roman as Anne. Oh, she was so good. Hitchcock, what I really like about Hitchcock movies is that he never just centers the movies around the male characters. Like, yes, the male characters are usually the leads in the film, at least for all the movies I've seen, the male characters are leads, but the female characters are always super well developed, and that's something we don't see a lot in movies today, and I know we didn't see that a lot in movies back then as well. It's still something that needs to be worked on, but in every Hitchcock movie, the female lead has never been bad, has never been a bad character. They are always super fleshed out, super cool, like they are really cool people as well, and I love the way that he writes his female characters as well as the male characters. He doesn't write them like they're lesser, but he doesn't write them like they're greater than the males. He writes them and he treats both genders of characters as equals, which I really appreciate and something that movies today could still learn about. But Anne, Ruth Roman as Anne, was so good. She was so observant. I loved how observant she was. She should join the FBI or something. I loved that she believed Guy when he told her the story, and I loved that she didn't really believe Bruno when he told her his side of the story. You know, she went back to Guy and didn't say like, oh my god, is this true? You know, he said like she asked that at first and then Guy explained it and then she believed Guy again. Like, that just kind of showed that she really did care for him and really did care for Guy. And again, at the tennis match, she like sets everything up. I just thought her character was really awesome and I enjoyed every second of her on screen. I thought Ruth Roman did an amazing job. Robert Walker, I'm just gonna make sure I got his name right again. Yeah, Robert Walker. He did amazing, and I know that he sadly passed away like a year after filming this. I was reading something, I forget what it was, while I was eating a snack before this review, and someone said that he passed away a year after this movie, which is really sad because he did such a phenomenal job as Bruno. I hated him. I hated every second of him, but he did such a good job. If a character makes you hate him, you know the actor did an amazing job, and I thought he did a great job playing like this childish figure, this person who could kind of lash out and just do insane things, but also was like super smart and very meticulous with his planning and stuff. I loved every second of Bruno on the screen, even though I hated every second of Bruno on the screen, and I thought Robert Walker did a great job. Finally, Farley Granger. And Farley Granger, I really liked in this movie, which I don't know if it's controversial or not, because I was looking at a lot of people said that they didn't like Farley Granger in this movie. They thought that his acting was very wooden, very stiff, was not comparable to any of the other actors, and I don't know why that would be the case. I thought he did a really good job. Maybe on second watch, maybe I'll be like, what the heck? But I don't know. I thought he did great. I thought I liked the emotions that he did. He wasn't like insanely emotional, but he wasn't over the top emotional, but he wasn't emotionless, you know. It kind of felt natural. There are definitely moments like when Miriam is dead, I thought maybe he would be a little bit more sad, but I think he was definitely just more in shock than to be sad, and then the whole time he's focused on getting out of this situation, so he never really has a moment to just grieve Miriam's death or anything like that. I thought his chemistry though with Robert Walker and with Ruth Roman and even with Pat Hitchcock were all great, and I really enjoyed him. I enjoyed him in Rope, and I enjoyed him even more in this movie. I thought Farley Granger did a really good job. And that is my reaction to Strangers on a Train, the 1951 film noir thriller movie starring all those people that I just talked about. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. I think I will be taking a bit of a Hitchcock break. I'm not certain if I actually am, because I really enjoy the Hitchcock movies, but I think I will be. I'm going to start some Christmas movies. I'm going to watch some other movies that I wanted to watch, and then I think come back in January and finish off a bunch of Hitchcock movies that I have yet to see. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.